Hey beautiful, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, hi, my name is Alexis Jayda and welcome. Today's notification shout out goes to Kayla. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Te quiero mucho. Your comment had me crying even more. I was like, I didn't even notice I was doing that. But I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and support. I want to thank you guys all for your love and support. It seriously means so much to me and it keeps me going. And I greatly appreciate it. And I just love the community that we have built and being able to heal together. I love you guys. If you want to be part of the notification squad, all you have to do is just like the video, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. And your comment can possibly be the next notification shout out. Boom. Keep it. No, you don't. Look. Sorry, y'all. I feel like I was like rudely interrupted. Everyone knew I was going to record, and an hour passed by because I had to go do stuff. So anyways, sit back, relax. We're gonna get into story time. Let me know what you guys are doing, what you guys are watching. If you guys are driving, where you're driving to. If you guys are cooking, what are you cooking? I love to know. Let me know down below so I can be able to chisme también. Yeah, just sit back and relax, and let's just jump right into it because it's being a meanie. It's being a meanie. Oh look, I got this ice baby. $9.99. It's Glam Light, and I got it at Marshall's. And I do have a Marshall's haul coming for you guys of me shopping. I just finished a shop with my brothers, and it was, yeah, they are bad influences too. But yeah, mira, qué bonita. So freaking pretty. $9.99. And then we're gonna be using the Juvia's Place as well. Everything that I will be using is always linked down below. So if you see something I'm using, you're like, oh, that looks cute, I linked it for you. All right, so let's begin. I'm like knocked out, and I wake up. You know, sometimes you just wake up and it's just like, what are the odds of you waking up and someone's going through your phone? What are the odds? What are the odds? Well, let me tell you, they're pretty high. They're pretty freaking high. So I'm kind of like, and what sucked is I was so traumatized, trained, that I knew that I couldn't react of like, what the hell are you doing? Because it was going to cause a fight that was going to be never ending. And it sucked that I always felt like I had to be like 10 steps ahead, even though I wasn't hiding anything. But it just sucks knowing that I had to be like 10 steps ahead because I was going to irritate him, and it was going to cause a fight of, well, what are you hiding? Why can't I look at it? Why are you acting like that? Like, it sucks so much knowing that I was constantly feeling like I had to behave because it was going to set him off, or it was going to do this. And it literally just freaking sucked because I shouldn't have to behave, or I shouldn't have to like constantly check how I react because God forbid it was going to upset him or something. Like, it literally was so stupid. Like, I hated it so much that it constantly felt like I was playing chess. So as I try to gather my thoughts, I'm like, and in my head I'm like, don't react, ask nicely. And I would even bitch down my voice so I wouldn't startle him. Yeah. So I ask him what he's doing. He acts like he doesn't hear me. I ask again. He acts like he doesn't hear me. So before I ask the third time, I'm like, okay, be very careful how this third one is going to come out, because he could just blow, and we gotta like be very careful because we don't want him to blow. The third time's coming. I have to prepare myself. I even like sit up a little bit more straight, and I try and go for my phone. Ballsy of me, very, because this person is a firecracker. Like, I'm telling you, firecracker would act like he owns me, and what he said would go, and then yo también, I would allow it. So he was confused when I would, you know, be like, you got me up. You got me up. So as I'm going for my phone, he jerks back and says, why? Why does it matter? Why? What are you hiding? And I wasn't hiding anything. I'm like, nothing. Just, why do you have my phone? And he says, you would still be sleeping. Like, why do you care? Why do you need it? And I just tell him, because it's mine. I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? How are you going to say something and you don't know? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? So if you were sleeping right now, how would you know I was on it? And I'm like, yeah, like you're right. How would I know? And so I'm like literally like taken back, like, that is very true. How would you know, Alexis, if you were sleeping? And so he says, go back to bed. And it's hard. I'm like, I can't. Like, I want my phone. Why do you need your phone to go to bed? I don't. I just want, why can't you use your phone? And he starts getting mad. Like, why does that matter? And in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, someone he's messing with is messaging me and he's trying to get to it before I can. That's just where my brain goes. I don't know if we're on the same page, but that's where it's going. That's where my mind's going. And so I tell him, like, did someone message? And he gets upset. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? And I tell him, like, did someone message that you're, like, talking to or something? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? And, like, he's getting so mad because of the questions that I'm asking. And I'm like, I'm not asking crazy questions. I'm asking pretty, like, rational things. Like, I'm not asking crazy things. And so I just keep telling him, like, what? Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like you're trying to go through my phone. Nope, you're playing games. Nope, you're playing games. I hate when you do this. I hate when you do this. You're just trying to make me stop to go through your phone. And I'm like, you can go through my phone. Like, I'm telling you what it feels like. Nope, I hate these games you play. And I'm like, literally so confused because I'm like, okay, what do I do? Do I just stop and like try and go back to bed? And then I'm like, why does it bother me that he has my phone? Like, it's not like if I'm hiding anything, but it's bothering me because I'm like, what if someone's trying to contact me and tell me something and I don't even know because he's over here like interfering in that message? And I literally am like sitting there like, okay, because I felt like what he was saying was right, even though it wasn't. Like, it's my stuff. I shouldn't have to explain to anybody why they should give me back my things. And it sucks because there was a lot of the times, especially like when I got pregnant with Andrew, my phone would be broken. He would smash my phone. He would take my phone away from me because I was grounded. Like, he would ground me from my phone and only give it back when my mom would message because he was scared of my mom. I don't think you guys understand how it feels to get your stuff taken away from you and you feel like a child and having to explain yourself of like why you should get your phone back. And even though you're not doing anything wrong, why do you think you should have your phone? And even if you're like, because it's mine, point, period, blank, that's it. I don't have to explain myself any further. No, but you do. So explain it to me and give me a good reason where I'm like, okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna give it to you. To a crazy person. Like, it's really hard to explain to a crazy person why they should give you back your stuff. Like, I get so mad when I read posts about people saying like, yeah, he took my phone, because I go right back to feeling how I felt when I would get my stuff taken away. And it's honestly such a crappy feeling. And then when they try to gift you something, you're like, you don't even want it because they're just gonna take it back when they get upset or when they think that you don't deserve it. Like, it's really so annoying feeling like you have to behave or else you're going to get your stuff taken away. Like, I could never give something to somebody and then when they're like acting up, give me it. Give me it right now. Give me it. It's very weird. And I felt like even in that moment, I knew like I gave this dude too much power where like he really thinks like this is okay. Like, this isn't okay. Like, he is really stupid. And I felt like we were so far into it in a relationship where it felt weird if I'd be like, get back, because it wasn't something that we would do. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. If you guys were watching my Get Ready With Me, the word that I was looking for that my husband says that I am is frugal, because I will save it for other stuff. Even though we already used it, like, I will have a heart on something else. And that's on growing up with not too much. Growing up with not enough. Not enough. Not enough. We're literally fighting about my phone. And I'm like telling him, like, can I just have it? Why do you need your phone to go to bed? Why do you need your phone to go to bed? And I'm like trying to like explain to him, like, I just want it. Why? What are you doing? What are you trying to hide? Why do you need your phone? You be sleeping right now. So why? Why? And if you think like, oh, okay, that's a valid reason, stop thinking like that. Right now. Stop thinking like that. That's not okay. Stop. I really was sitting there as he was going through like literally everything, and he was deleting things that he didn't like on my phone. Pictures, messages between me and my mom. Like, he was literally going through and deleting. And when I would tell him, like, why are you deleting? Why can't I? Why do you need that? Why? I don't understand. Why? And I felt stupid giving him my reason, even though it wasn't stupid, even though it wasn't anything crazy that I'm saying. Like, that's my mom. Like, what are you doing? Like, I want that message. Like, I felt stupid. Like, how dare I ask why he's doing something on my phone? It felt like it was going on forever, but it probably was like a good 30 to like maybe 45 minutes of us going back and forth, talking back to him about my phone and why I should get back my phone. Like, why do you think that you should get your phone? And I'm trying to whisper because I'm not trying to wake up his mom, because if she wakes up, I know it's going to be 2 against 1. And I really hate when she would get into our arguments, because she would be so annoying about it, of like, well, si fuera yo, if it was me, bitch, shut the up, shut up, and shut up, shut up. I hated how she would meddle so much into our relationship. Like, and yeah, it sounds crazy because we were young, but there could have been a healthier way to go about it instead of her trying to pin him against me constantly. And she was super toxic, like super duper toxic, where I felt bad for her sometimes, because it's like, damn, bitch, who hurt you? And I know it was his biological dad who hurt her, because she was the Sancha and he didn't pick her. He didn't pick her. Like, he wanted nothing to do with her, because he probably knew she was crazy. He wanted nothing to do with her. And so she would switch her stories and be like, no, I hate him, he lied to me. And then at times she would switch it up and be like, I was okay with being, you know, the side piece pretty much, and that it's because his wife didn't understand. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I really hate when people literally are like, no, I'm okay because I understand him, his wife doesn't. Shut up, please, shut up. It was so awkward. I recently had to have like an argument with my friend because she brought a mutual to hang out, and she was literally talking about sleeping with one of her close friends' husbands, because she was trying to justify it of like, no, it's because I understand him better. I was like, are you being so for real right now? Like, and just like hearing her trying to justify it, like, no, like, it's because like I understand. Like, you sound so stupid, like so stupid, so dumb, like. And I was just so like put off by it. And I guess it was rude of me to make the face expressions that I was, but I literally couldn't help it because it was disgusting. Like, who raised you? You bitch. Who raised you? Disgusting. She'd go and like their pictures, their family pictures together, and like, yeah, I put him in a good mood. So like she should be like really happy. But yeah, I was really trying not to wake up the whole old hag because I didn't want to have to defend myself against her and him. And you know what's so crazy? As we were getting like older, and as I was getting more tired of her mouth, I did not care when she would get in it because I would tell her to, and he'd be like, stop, 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 and it made him feel uncomfortable. But this time he had the upper hand, so I was the one like, no, like I was scared. And I hated that it took me so long to find my girl balls because she really had me f***ed up too. I literally felt like I was in a relationship with her too because how I would walk on eggshells. And I remember her telling our roommate, I don't know where she got her balls from. They finally dropped, bitch. They finally fucking dropped. So I'm like, shh, like trying to calm him down. And he's like, no, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. Him upset. I made him upset. And so he's like telling, this is what you wanted. Obviously not, you dumbass. But he knew that I kind of was like scared of his mom and her telling me something. He knew. And that's, oh, I just don't understand. So upset with me. He goes to the restroom because he just can't anymore. He just can't. He goes to the restroom because he knows he's gonna lock it and I can't follow. That's why he did it. It's so f***ed up how he knew he had the upper hand so much and he would like play on it. And you could even see that he was like hiding like his like, oh, like he felt cool. Like you could tell he was like holding back like his smile because he knew that like I wouldn't follow and how uncomfortable I would get. Like, I know it sounds sick and twisted, but that's how this person was. Even when we would have to like go places and travel and I had to be the GPS, he'd be like screaming at me and I would feel so like, oh my God, because she would be in the back and she would be telling him about me of like, how dumb am I don't know how to, like, bitch, you're dumb. You can't even read the map yourself, bitch. You're dumb. Like we would have to like go far. Like we would have to take like 1 hour to 2 hour drives places, and I would literally have to be there with the map and I would be getting like yelled at. Not even like, oh my God, like are you serious? Like how is it? Like no, like are you kidding me? Like oh my God. And then we're gonna get lost, like hitting the thing. It was like very like, oh my God. And she would be rubbing your shoulders like relax, like oh my God, it was intense. Like honestly, I don't know, like my patience back then was crazy. I don't think I have those sort of patience now because no, and I was a child, so of course I was more timid, I was more scared, but that's why they played on it. That's why they would do it, because they knew that they could get away with it because she knew I had nobody. She knew. She's so sick. She's so sick. I literally want to shit myself every time I talk about this demon because she literally was like, it was crazy how toxic she was. How many of the adults around me were like, oh no, it's okay because like Alexis has nowhere to go. Her mom don't care about her. She don't got no one looking out for her. Like, it's okay. Like, she wants to be here. So, it's her fault. She has to pit up. So, he's in the restroom. And I'm, like, literally, like, knocking. Like, super, like, quiet. And I'm, like, open the door. Open the door. And as I'm whispering, right? Because I'm trying not to bring, like, any attention to waking up the sleeping ogre. Open the door. Because I'm like, dude, I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm not even doing anything. I don't know why I was tripping. Like, it was just like, what are you doing? I didn't know, like, honestly, I didn't know what he was doing, what he was up to. And he screams like really loud, like, get the fuck away from the door. Like super loud. Where I'm like, Like I get scared because like I'm startled, like why are you being so loud, like she's gonna come out. Like I'm getting like super scared because I don't want to hear her. Like I just don't. She scares me. I'm gonna use these and I'm super nervous to how they're gonna come out. So he's like screaming at me to get away from the door. I am hitting bricks because I know she's going to wake up and she's going to be pissed. Not at him for being stupid and take away my phone. Me for having a reaction of him taking my phone. So I'm like, shh, like, please stop. Like, can you just like come out here and like it's fine. Get away from the fucking door. And I get away from the door because I'm like, okay, because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's like texting somebody and they text back. There's so many things running through my mind of like, it could be this, it could be that. I don't know what's going on. And I can't help but think like someone had to have reached out for him to be tripping out this hard on my phone. Like there's literally nothing that he could find where it's, who's this? Who are you talking to? Because like it was him. It was always him doing the dirt. And I'm literally like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I feel weird. And I tell him like I want to call my mom. Anytime like I felt like scared, I was like, I need my mom. Like I need my mommy. Like I need my mom. And he opens the door like stupid crazy and pulls me inside the restroom. He pulls me inside, but like super crazy, super hard word. Like I'm like, ow, you're hurting me. Shut the up. Like he was so mad that I even said that out loud. And like as soon as I said it, I even felt like, oh, that was a no-no. And I hate that I felt like, oh, that was a no-no. Because no, it wasn't. It was a no-no him touching you like that, Jade. Not oh, why did you react like that? I reacted completely normal. But I'm telling you, this dude had me at sea where as soon as it left my mouth, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So we're in the restroom and he's telling me, who was I messaging? And I'm like, what do you mean? Don't play dumb with me. Who are you messaging? And I'm like, nobody. Because like I literally wasn't like, why would I message anybody when one, I thought like I was in like love with this person. Two, why would I risk it living with them? Like who's stupid enough to do that? Him. But like why would I risk it? Like honestly, like why would I risk it? And I literally thought like this person was going to unalive me when he would get so upset. Like I was terrified of him. Like why would I even? And so like I'm explaining that to him and he's like, nope, you're just telling me what I want to hear. And I'm telling him like, did you find anything? Yeah, you tell me what I found. And I'm like, you didn't find anything. Because it was true. Like he didn't find anything. He was just wanting me to tell on myself, and there was nothing for me to even tell. Like literally nothing. There was nothing. He had nothing. So I feel like he's like just trying to like read my face, but there's nothing. There's nothing. You're just crazy. There's nothing. He wants something, I think, so bad to be there for him to justify him doing the messed up stuff that he does, you know? And I'm like explaining myself and I'm getting kind of like shaky and he's telling me to shut up, that he's not even touching me or anything, to shut up. But I'm scared. I'm scared. And I'm hoping by some chance the demon will wake up and she'll be like, what are you guys doing? And I'm thinking, hopefully she thinks like we're having sex in here or something. So she like tells us to get out so that we can go to a common area. She can hopefully intervene if she needs to, you know? He's just like yelling at me, telling me to like be quiet. He's like, you know what you're doing, be quiet. And I'm telling him like, I'm scared. Of what? Of what? And I'm like, of you. Like, I'm scared of you. I don't know why he got so upset when it was like honest to God truth. Like, I'm scared of you. Like, I'm scared of you. How you're acting like you're not acting normal. Like, you're acting like a crazy banshee. Like, what are you talking about? We literally go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's telling me that he hates how dumb I'm acting, that like, why don't I just tell him? And I'm literally just like, I literally feel like he's playing a mind game, which he was. He literally was. And he wasn't winning. And I think that's what was irritating him, is that I wasn't falling for the bait and I wasn't a person like he was. And I wasn't like, okay, fine, I'm talking to pendejo, or oh, okay, fine, I'm doing this. Like, there was literally nothing for me to own up to. So he was getting so pissed. And then he says, okay, I'll tell you what I'm doing if you tell me what you're doing. And I'm like, but I'm not doing anything. He's like, no, I'll tell you what I'm doing if you tell me what you're doing. And I'm like, but I'm not. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Like, he wanted to confess so bad. So bad. He wanted to go to confessional. And so I'm like, okay. And he's like, okay, so you admit that you're doing stuff. And I'm like, sure. No. So you admit you're doing stuff. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm so, like, I didn't know, like, are you with me? Like, what are, like, I already, like, don't know what to do. Like, there's more. Like, it was so weird. I'm not proud to say this. He did it often, where he and I would play a stupid game and he would pretty much admit to what he would do, and then when it got too real, I'm just kidding, but that was his messed up way of saying, well, like, I did tell her. Even though he said just kidding, he was like, but I did tell her. So I'm still making like a stupid face at him because I don't know if he's joking with me or if he's being like so real right now. And I'm literally like this, like, and he's getting mad because I'm making that face. And I don't care because I'm like, dude, you're holding out right now. So I asked him, like, okay, can I get my phone back? And he's like, if you're going to admit to the things. I'm like, okay, yeah. So like, he hands me my phone and he's like, okay, let's go out there. So we go and sit on the bed. We're literally crisscross applesauce. He goes, I'll go first. Okay, cool. Because I'm over here trying to think of a lie of like me doing something that I didn't do. You know, how you asked me if me and Skillet did stuff? And I'm literally like this with my phone, like, yeah. Because my stomach feels like it's literally getting punched in the gut and I need to like hold it together, because if I don't, then he probably won't even, you know, confess and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta act like a big girl. I gotta act like it doesn't hurt, because this dude literally wanted me to just be a punching bag and not have any sort of reaction at all, because God forbid I have a reaction that he's not okay with, like it's gonna go left really quick. I say, what stuff? And he's like, no, it's your turn. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm trying to think, and I know I know he's just like, what stuff? So I think about back to like one of like my very first like boyfriend crushes, whatever, right? He knows because it's one of his friends, and I'm not gonna even go into that because we don't need to go into it. It's one of his friends, and he knows this, okay? Because that friend, he was still cool with. Weird, I know. I don't even want to go in. I'm gonna say Ice. Ice. I'm like, you know, Ice. The way his eyes went, bing, like super big, because he knew of me and Ice. And Ice, I don't even know if I'm ever gonna tell that story of Ice, because that's a lot to unpack. And with the story times, I'm like, damn, there's so much, and I have like such little time to squeeze it all into a story time, and it's a lot where it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm like, you know, Ice, he's like this, okay, yeah, like that, where I'm like, well, you know how you said if we ever, you know, did stuff, we did stuff. When I tell you, even though we were sitting crisscross applesauce, I feel like his knees went weak. I really felt like his butthole was probably like super tight when we were talking, and it like loosened up, you know, because like he probably shat himself. And so I'm like, your turn. And he asked the same thing I asked. What kind of stuff? Damn, this coverage is like super intense. I totally forgot. And I'm like, nope, your turn. Because what did he tell me? Your turn, right? How do you like that? So I'm like, nope, your turn. You can tell he was like pissed. He was pissed. And he goes, you know that one time you asked me if I can come over and I told you I was grounded? I'm like, yeah, I was with Skillet. It felt like a to the face, like super hard, where I was like, ooh boy, ooh, 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 ooh. So it hurt hearing that, and I didn't want to play the game anymore. I was like, okay, I don't want to play no more, because I literally was like, dude, I'm the one who's lying about ice, but I know you're not lying. And you know, I already told you guys, it's really sick because we would play this game and he'd literally be like, just kidding. Like, I hated it. There was even times where for each confession we gave, we would like hit each other in some sort of way. Very toxic and not okay. And I don't think I'll ever go into that story time because I ended up getting my ass beat. And half the time I was lying about these confessions because I was trying to get all the confessions out of him. Like, you're the one who's like doing all this. So now it's my turn, and I'm like literally just like, I don't want to play. I don't want to play. I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt my heart, because I had stupid feelings for this Jose kid, for this dude. Like, it was crazy. Like, anybody could tell you, anybody, when they would meet us, they would be like, oh my God, how I was like stupid over this guy. Stupid. If I could go back in time, I just want to slap myself. Not change things, because I don't regret my babies at all. I wouldn't want to change them coming into the world. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I could go back and just give myself putazo after putazo and me be like, what the f did that bitch beat me up? Because you deserved it, bitch. You deserve it. You just don't know why yet, but you deserved it. And so I tell him that Ice was still trying to hit at me, and he goes, when was the last time? Your turn. It was such a stupid game, I'm telling you. Such a stupid game. So stupid, because it didn't need to be done. Like, it didn't at all. He could have just been a man and been like, I did this. But no, he wanted to play these stupid games. And you know what? At the time, even though I knew it was like stupid that we would play this game, I don't know why I would try to justify it when I would talk to my friends about it. To like a certain extent, because I feel like once you like vent to your friends and they start like on your person, it's like, hey, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. But it's like, Lex, he was. He really was, mija. And you just didn't know yet. You had the blinds, the shades on just a little too tight, and a little too dark. I'm like, so I had found a lip gloss in his car one time, and since it was his turn, he said, you know that one time when you found that chapstick lip gloss? It was Skillet's. Okay. I knew not to ask any more questions, because then he's gonna be like, your turn. I was like, you know, Ice? I was still sticking with Ice, because at the end of the day, Ice too. You little bitch boy. Bitch made boy. Bitch boy. To the fullest. He's the one that told so-and-so about this, and that's why so-and-so checked you. And he just got quiet because he was like, how does she know? So many people didn't like him that I would get told stuff even without having to be in the mix, because they constantly would tell me how dumb I was for being with him. And so they would tell me the stupid things that he would do, the stupid things that he thought he was getting away with. And I'd be like, but I'm gonna stick beside him. And it would infuriate people at times. And who knows, maybe they were just being haters, or maybe they're just trying to help me out. But I was like, that's okay though. That's okay. I can look past that. I literally was bad. It's his turn. You know, Skillet. And at this point, I'm getting pissed. I'm like, no, because I'm getting mad. And he has the nerve to laugh. He has the nerve to laugh because he thinks it's so funny how I literally feel sick. Like, I literally feel like I'm going to vomit. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I literally feel like I'm going to vomit, because when I tell you, how much I love this girl. Like, I was just like, I knew that there was something always off with her. I knew it was too good to have someone love me. Like, I just knew it was too good. Like, oh, I just knew it. I just knew it. Like, I felt so disgusted with myself, and I literally wanted the game to finish so that I can just go throw up or make myself throw up so I can get that feeling out of my stomach away. And skillet is like nice proportioned up here, right? And he tells me that he did some stuff to it, and I'm like, okay. So then I want to go further with my life because I want to hurt him. I want him to be hurt about me doing stuff with ice, even though I never did like that. And I was fuming, y'all. I was like super hurt, where I just, you don't know how bad I wanted him to be a girl so I could just like hard. And he really can't help himself from laughing like a little bitch. Like it was not even funny. Like, it was not even funny. I was just like looking at him with like hate in my eyes. Like, I literally was. I was just disgusted. I was just like, how pathetic can you be, Lex, that you think this is funny or you're going along with it? Like, how can you stoop so low to this person's level that like you think this is okay? Like, you know this isn't okay. And I'm having these conversations in my head. I will always have conversations like this in my head because I feel like my conscience is like super like chingona, but like this person, the outside, is like, it won't. If I could speak my mind half the time, I feel like I would probably be very honest with a lot of people who I sugarcoat a lot too. And I feel like I would probably defend myself a lot more if I let my conscience speak instead of outer me. If that makes sense? Kind of makes sense to me. Forgot how much I like that foundation. I think I added a lot, but it looks good. But anyways, so he tells me that. And I'm like really insecure because I got little chi-chis. And I was like, oh, motherfucker. I really hurt my feelings. I would wish on freaking candlesticks that my chi-chis would grow. So I'm like, you know, ice? And he's like, no shit. Because like, I literally, like, anytime I would like give him I would say things, he would like literally match my energy and say like the stupid things right back. And I'd be like, come up with your own stuff. Like, why are you just mimicking what I'm saying? So I tell him that I let ice do stuff to me abajo. Oh my God. When I tell you, this dude jumped on me so quick. I was so scared for my life. Jumps on me so quick and like bear hugs me. I would hate when he would do this because it hurts so bad. And I think that's why I don't like being hugged too tight either, because like I freak out. Like, I have like PTSD like a mother. He would bear hug me when I would act up, or when he wanted to like scare me, because I feel very claustrophobic, and he knew that, so he would play on that. And also, when you're sharing your fears and stuff like that with like, you know, friends, family, be careful who you share it with, because I swear to God, I feel like people play on that shit, and it's so sick to me. It literally makes me look at people different if I tell them a fear of mine and then they play on that. It's disgusting, and literally you have to be very careful who you trust, because people are disgusting. Get so like, because I can't breathe because he's like bear hugging me so tight where like my back starts to like go, because he's squeezing me so freaking tight, like so tight. And I scream because I literally think that like he's going to unalive me. Like, I really think like, oh my God, this is it. And as soon as I scream really loud, I notice that he gets kind of scared and like lets me go. Like, he lets me go. And I start to like, you know how your throat gets so dry, you like cough because you're trying to get it moist again? I start doing that. And he's just like looking at me with like big eyes. And I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? I do that, like I was just joking. And he was like, no you weren't, no you weren't. I was like, yes I am. Like, I would never hurt you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I would never do the crazy you do. I'm like, you're disgusting, you're pathetic. And so I'm like screaming, cussing at him, and I'm like choking, trying to catch like my breath and stuff. His mom finally comes out and she's like, what is going on? Like, she is pissed because I screamed really loud, and I was scared, y'all. Like, I was really scared. Like, it was no joke how tight he was holding me. Like, how tight. As he would do it, as we got older, my legs were pretty strong, and I literally could, like, squeeze him back with my legs. Like, I literally flipped that motherfucker because he wouldn't stop. Like, he wouldn't let go of me. And I had to flip him with my legs and like squeeze, and he was like hitting my freaking legs to like let him go. Like, and I swear I think I just got strength from God himself, because it was really intense when he would like try and hurt me, especially after Andrew. He would get like really physically abusive, and he would like try to bear hug me or like come from behind and like, I'm just gonna like, let me just knock you out. Like, let me just knock you out. Let me just like let you pass out. Like, it was like creepy stuff where it's like, who thinks of stuff like that? Who honestly thinks of stuff like that? Like, you're weird. Like, you're like mentally ill. Like, you're sick. And I would freak out and be like, no, I don't want to. No, I don't want to. And I would really hate when he would come from behind me. Like, it's just so much that goes into me constantly feeling like my guard was just up because how toxic he was. So his mom comes out, she's screaming, and she's like asking what happened. I'm like yelling. I'm still yelling because like I'm pissed, and she like tells me to like lower it because she doesn't want them upstairs to come downstairs. So like, what happened? And I tell her, I'm like, he's choking me, like he's choking me. And she's like, ¿Qué pasó? I'm like asking him pretty much like, whatever, I don't believe you. So she's asking him, and he's like, nada, we're just playing. And she got scared, like she panicked. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Like, you tried to choke me. Like, you were trying to, like, you know, she just got panicky. She just got panicky. Like, nothing's wrong. Go to bed. So she goes back to her room, like the little bitch that she is. I'm like telling him that like, I'm done. I can't believe you just tried to do that. Like, what is wrong with you? And he's like, it's your fault. Like, why did you say that? Like, he literally was like blaming me. Like, oh, it's your fault. It's your fault that you make me like that. I'm like, what are you even talking about? I was like, are you stupid? What happens when you call a psycho stupid? Pitch your ass in a headlock. I can't even talk. I can't even scream. He literally had his legs wrapped around me, and he had me like that. He was so mad, and I'm not gonna even cry because I couldn't even talk. And he's like whispering in my ear to shut up. That if she comes over here again, he's gonna squeeze tighter. To shut up. As he's doing this, he's literally telling me in the same breath to calm down. How can someone calm down when you're literally freaking them the F out and they think they are going to pass away? So he's literally suffocating me, telling me to calm down, because if I don't calm down, he's not going to get off of me. I literally had to like just sit there and calm myself down and talk myself down, because I was freaking the fuck out. Like, I was literally like, oh my god, this is it, it's your fault. Like, you should have known he was this mad. Like, why did you push it? I was literally like, and my hand was so tight on his arm that I start to like let go, and I was like, so he could see that like, okay, like I give up. And I'm like trying to control my breathing so that he can like let go. And it sucks when you're in that position of like having to back down and just really hope that like this person is going to let you go, because if they don't, then people are gonna wonder why didn't she fight hard enough? I don't want to cry because I've worked so hard to overcome this, and I don't want to ruin my makeup. He's ruined a lot, and I'm not gonna let him ruin his face. And that's one thing I didn't like doing in front of him, was crying, because I swear he got a high off of it. So as I wanted to skip past this part, but it's like all the other stuff wouldn't make sense, you know what I'm saying? So as I calm down, he doesn't fully like let go of me, so that if he needs to pull me back in and like do it again, I act right. And I didn't really think about it. And I went back to be like, what the and as I'm gonna do that, he puts me in and squeezed so tight that I really thought like my neck was just gonna like, and like right away I just knew what to do. I was just like trying to calm down, because like I knew that like it was going to like apply more pressure, like, and I'm telling you, like my head's in there and he's just like pulling back, and I'm just like, how, you don't know how bad I just want to like scream and like give it my all. But like I knew that like if I was gonna give it my all, like it wasn't going to end good. Calm down. He lets go, asks me if I'm going to stop, and I just like nod my head because my throat is on fire. Like it hurts so damn much. The pressure that he had, I swear, it's like it felt like if I would have like moved a certain way and he would have went done for. Like it was so intense, and I didn't know how to explain it to him because he kept acting stupid, like I didn't even do it that hard, it's because you were panicking, and the more you were panicking, that's why it felt like it was tighter, but it's just because you were moving. Like that's why. Like he was literally trying to blame me for what he was doing, and it like, it's such a trip when someone who's hurting you is literally telling you like, oh my god, it wasn't even that bad. Really? Okay. So as I am laying there, I'm literally just trying to like rethink everything that just happened, how it went left, what I did to like agitate him that bad. And even though like, yeah, I said like, oh, I did this, like it was like, oh my god, like what he said was just as bad. And I'm like literally trying to see if there's like justification where it's like, okay, I deserve that. I was literally going back and forth in my head like, okay, yeah, you did deserve that, Lex. Like you were acting up, girl. Like you were acting crazy. Like you did deserve that. And I looked at him and I was like, I was lying. Like I didn't do anything like that. And he's like looking at me, and like his eyes are like getting teary, and he's like, promise me, like promise me, like that would like kill me. And I was like, yeah, I promise you. Like I didn't do anything with him. Like he didn't do anything to me. I made sure to word it exactly. Like anyone could like grab like a magnifying glass and be like, oh, she worded it like this, so it could leave some opening for this. Like no, I was like made sure to like give him like word for word for word, like this is like this was a lie. Like I did not. And he's like literally just looking there, and like he's like trying to kiss me after that. Like he's like literally trying, and I'm like pulling away from him. He's getting upset. He grabs my chin and he's like, come on, stop. And then you can just imagine what happens next. So even during it, I was like, oh my god, he did not once say like he was joking about Skillet. Like I wasn't even in the moment with him. There were so many times like I was never in the moment. I was literally just like in La La Land. In La La Land, just like, oh my god. Like Lex. Oh my god. Did that literally just happen right now? Is that literally going on? Like, is this life? Is this life? Is this normal? Does this like normally happen? Like, yeah, mom fights with like bitch face all the time. They have their toxic fights. My cousin, pendeja estúpida, goes through like, is this life? No, right? Like, cause we watch TV. I'm like literally like not even in the moment. Like I'm just like, just so checked out in La La Land. It literally would go on for so long to the point where it's like after, like I would hurt, and not even a good kind of hurt. Like, so like we already had the routine of like me going to the restroom, and I would literally just sit there for like ever until like my feet were numb because I was just waiting for the pulsating to like come down. And I know that's a lot to hear, and I know, but I need you to understand that like that's not okay. So if you're going through this, that is not okay. Doesn't matter how you try to dress it up, how you try to dress, it's not okay. It's not. And I hope when you start thinking like, oh no, it's okay, you hear my voice saying it's not okay. It is not okay at all. I don't care who it is, it's not okay. I don't care what they do for you and how you, it's not okay. Point, period, blank. That's it. So after we finish, I just grab my phone. He doesn't say anything to me. Literally just rolls over. go to the restroom, I have my phone, my legs are shaking. And I'm literally going through my phone, and he has deleted so many pictures, so many messages between me and my mother. It was like he was just trying to like take away all the good, and like when I felt cute and when I took a picture, like it wasn't even like if he sent them to himself, like, oh, I want these, like he just deleted it, And I'm just sitting there like waiting for it to stop hurting. I would take baths when I could because that's the only thing that would like help down there, but his mother was so anal, and it's disrespectful as well to be like up at 3-4 in the morning turning on the freaking tub to like take a, yeah, like I felt like it would have been like, you're pushing it, bitch. You're not even supposed to be here. You're pushing it. Like you're really pushing it. So as I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna message my mom. I'm gonna message my mom and I'm gonna let her know like, hey, like you need to like buck up and we need to run away together. Like we need to, like ain't no choice. Ain't no multiple choice. Like it's either this or nothing. Like I really need you right now. Like I really need like the support. I really need to like get through this. So I'm taking forever in the restroom and he finally messages, you good? And I am already like, that's it. Like I'm calling my mom. I'm not gonna like tell on him or anything like that, but I'm just calling my mom because I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. So I text my mom, question mark. She doesn't respond. I'm like already knowing that she's not gonna respond, but I'm like, maybe when she wakes up, I can be like, oh, I gotta call my mom, call, whatever. And I just tell my mom, like, I just want to spend time with you. Can we do something tomorrow? And instead of it just being left like sent, you know, my mom calls me. And my freaking heart is going because I'm thinking like, oh my God. She's gonna ask me, why the are you up? What are you doing? I'm expecting that, right? So I answer it and it's like I have so much spit in my mouth. It's like I just tasted a lemon. I'm like that. And I'm like, hello? And it's my mom. And she sounds like she's having the time of her life. She sounds so like, what? Like she's like, hey, is everything okay? Like she sounded like if I went back in time and I went to like how me and my mom like would talk on the phone and how I would hear the life in her voice. I was so happy, but I was so pissed off because I'm like, there is no way in hell, no way in puto hell that you sound this happy being at home with that piece. There's no way in hell. And I'm like, yeah, is everything good with you? Like, where are you? She's like, are you sure? Like I had a gut feeling. So I'm like, okay. You had a gut feeling, but you didn't call me. I had to message you, and I'm like, yeah, everything's good. I just wanted to know, like, we can spend time tomorrow. She's like, yeah, we can. Like, she sounded so good, so happy, and she didn't sound like she was at home. So I'm like, where are you? She kept avoiding the freaking answer. I'm like, no, like, mom, like, where are you? Like, where are you? Like, right now, like, mom, like, where are you? As soon as I start asking, like, those kind of questions, okay, I'll just get you tomorrow. I'll get you, like, early. I'll get you around 7. Like, she's giving me, like, crack-headed hours. Not really, but, like, I was like, what? Like, who is up at that time, mom? I don't even go to school. So I was like, what? Like, I was, like, really trying to listen to her, and I was, like, trying to whisper because pito face, and I wanted to know, like, mom, like, where are you? What are you doing? She's like, I'm gonna get you at 7 in the morning. Make sure you're ready. And she's getting kind of irritated. So she was like really like happy. Then she's like, 7. If anyone knows where that is from, comment below and I will send you a makeup palette. 7. All right. So I am like, Ma, where are you? Like, where are you right now? Like, can you come get me right now? Huh? Yeah, so, yeah, be ready. So I'll get you at 7. That's when I will have a ride. And in my head, I'm like, right, where are you? Like, what are you? What are you doing? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? So she just hangs up. My first thought is to text Tammy. Because I'm like, there's no Tammy. I always add an A or O. And I'm like, there's no way in hell a bit you are with my mama. And I am not. So I'm already getting like celosa as because didn't she just yell at me not that long ago because I ruined the movie? Okay. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it was like day and night. It was like a switch. It was like a switch. And I'm like getting pissed, y'all. Like my stomach feels like it's turning, where I'm like, what the hell happened within that time frame? Like I'm telling you, it was like day and night that this bipolar would play with my emotions. And it was just so much for me, because I'm like, who was gonna tell me? Who was gonna tell me? And how come I'm not the first call when she wants to be like, bye, and like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I would hate when my friends would be hanging out with my mom before me. I would hate when people that I didn't even f with, who I hated, and that is a strong word, people who I would get bullied by, people who would make my life a living hell, and my mom would be up there chilling with them because she wanted to, like, you know, get them to like me. For what, ma'am? For what? For what? And then you're gonna buy them bitches jewelry from the pawn shop? You know how big of a smack in the face that was? And I get it, you're going through the depression, going through the bipolar, I get it. Because a few comments were like, Alexis, give your mother grace. I do give my mother grace. I do. I feel like I have given my mom the most graces. I try to be the most understanding. I honestly do. But it literally infuriates me how people had my mother before I did. I was literally over here fighting with demons, and my mom was over there trying to chase away hers. Like, I didn't understand it. I get my mom has her own life, and she has her own thing and her own battles that she's going through. I just feel like I don't have to understand it to the point where like I excuse it. And I feel like that's where some people are like, no, like no one's perfect. And I get that. And I get that people go through like, I just wish that I could understand to a certain extent for me to be like, okay, because little Lex wants to jump out and scream like, what about me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm fuming, and I'm like waiting for Tammy to reply. Like I'm waiting, like I'm freaking psycho now. Like I'm waiting, like I am so mad that like I'm not even like hurting anymore. Like it went away. It was like popping an Advil right there, and it was just like disappeared. I get ready, and I'm literally just sitting there. Like I'm just sitting there, like waiting. 5 minutes pass by, 10 minutes pass by, 15 minutes pass by, and I'm just waiting. And I literally feel like I didn't even blink. Like my eyes were so dry, because I was like, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that she's out partying, having fun with Tammy. Like there's no way in that this is happening. Like there's no way. And it wasn't because like, oh, I can have fun and you can have fun. No, it was like, I thought once you were gonna leave him, you were gonna come and get me. Like I thought I was Rapunzel and you were gonna come and get me. Like I was waiting, especially because we just like, well, him mostly. I was shook. I get ready to go out of the restroom because I'm like, okay, I've been here for a long ass time. And as I'm opening it, being like, tiptoeing in my Jordans, trying to be extra quiet. I get scared by the puta's face. And I'm like, hey! And she's, ¿por qué eres tan dramática? Relájate. Why are you so dramatic? Relax. Because her face scared me, okay? And I was like thinking that, okay, I waited long enough. Like, he's knocked out. She's knocked out. Like, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, And she's like, oh my God, están mal con sus pinches caritas. But, oh my God. I get her so upset with, like, those faces that I, like, make. It makes me so mad how they could literally have puto faces. But as soon as I made a dick face, it was a problem. It was a problem. It was a, how dare you look at me the way I look at you? How dare you look through me? So I'll make my way to the cama, to the bed. And I try and like roll in all quiet, right? But as soon as I roll, I get sweet. Like he goes and hugs me. And I just like have to just like lay there. Cause I just like lay there. Like if he didn't just like scare the living me and like play with me como si fuera like a freaking toy. Like, it literally felt like I was just a toy, like just something to play with. And he's like trying to talk, and it's like, have you ever had like something so close to your ear where it feels like you're like, ugh, like it's just like someone's just like on a chalkboard? Like, it felt like when he was that close, it felt like everything in my body was just like freaking out because I didn't know what was gonna come next. Like, it felt like the kukui was behind me, and I was just like, just like freaked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body's just like on alert. He asked me why it took so long, and I'm like, because like it really, really hurts. He takes that as like, oh, I did a good job. Oh, I beat it up. No, I'm hurting. And like, I'm trying not to freak out and go to the emergency room because I'm like, this is not normal to feel this much pain. You know what I'm saying? And for like my little body, not normal. And so I tell him my mom's picking me up at 7. Whoo! He starts to like tie in himself again. Why? I'm like, because she wants to take me out for breakfast. You told her, huh? And I'm like, no, I didn't actually. And he just takes it. He's just like, okay, good night, set your alarm. As we're getting all cozied up, going to bed, it's already been like, what, 30, 40 minutes now? It's like late. Like, pretty much, I'm only gonna get like an hour, maybe 2 hours of sleep. Like, it was literally like, late. Like, there's no, like, it was stupid late. It was probably around like time for her to get me already. In comes a message. Bloop. And it lights up. Feels like it lit the whole room. Feels like it was a flashlight that was like everywhere, okay? And I try not to react quickly because God forbid you react too quickly, Alexis is like, what the right? Calm down. Because I messaged Tammy, are you with my mom? Okay? I'm like, calm down. Don't react too quickly to get your phone because like you're gonna get snatched again and you're probably gonna like pass the, because at this point your body's just exhausted, bitch, exhausted. So I grab it and it says, yeah, why? I feel like my soul left my body. All right, y'all, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys so much for joining into story time. Te quiero mucho. Besos a todos. If you guys enjoy story time, if you guys would like to see more story times, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already to keep updated my videos, and I'll see you guys in my next story time. Bye.